I consider just about anything art that you put your thought processes behind. Having the music on really loud and brushes and lots of paint is tremendously freeing. I think it's a whole lot more than therapeutic. It's just unabashed, awesome fun.
Six-time Archibald finalist David Bromley may have local and international notoriety now, but it's a far cry from his humble beginnings in pottery.
I'd sort of been a lost soul for, quite a long time after having sort of really stopped going to school at 14. I sort of knew that the mornings were about surfing, so I had that down. So the afternoons and evenings were left over, and I have a very overactive mind, so I thought I've got to do something. And I was at a market in Queensland. I saw this woman standing there in front of all of her pottery, and I thought, wow, that's like... they're her stuff. She made them during the last few weeks and she stood there, and I'm part Dutch, so I like the thought of having my wares and selling them. So I thought I'm way behind the eight ball in, being a normal person and making a wage. So pottery was my first thing, but that opened up the floodgates.
David's current creative ventures range from portrait painting, sculpture, interior and fashion design. But his newest partnership with Bondi Perfume Company and Chemist Warehouse plays on his passion for packaging, a range of 3 unique and luxurious perfumes.
People say you can't judge a book by its cover. I can. I've been wrong, but, you get the general essence. A lot of women buy my female paintings, and I'm honoured because they obviously see them as me portraying them in a way that a female feels comfortable about. All of the girls on these are friends. And I don't know, I wanted dark Eurasian, more the sort of Aussie girl next door I wanted to mix those 3 up. Yeah, I think they're a lovely play-off of each other. Then the flowers are to give a sort of sense of aroma. My whole family were involved in choosing the fragrance, and we all sat around, and some of our kids are pretty funny. So you get the sort of like, that sort of thing from our 6-year-old. And then you get this sort of like, I can't tell the difference anymore. And then there's one kid sort of going, I'm feeling a bit woozy after smelling 12 of those. My idea is these become collectible. If people keep their boxes and stack them up and stuff like that, then they've got these little collectible things, and I'm a collector.
With all his success, inclusive of the Bromley collection, David gives credit to his greatest artistic collaborator, his wife, Yugi.
I see David as someone who lives with his eyes open. He actually just sees things that often on a day-to-day basis we ignore because we either think they're trivial or they're unimportant or they've become so commonplace that we don't even notice. And when we're talking about perfume, as much as the scent itself is one element, it's all the tactility of the bottle, the packaging, how the visuals make you feel, the whole unwrapping and the opening, all of those sensory things. It becomes almost a ritual, and that's kind of what perfume is.
I usually go back to my core element of just a very simple desire to see my work in unexpected situations. Not for a minute do I think there's a way that you should find art. You can find art where you find art. It's more rock and roll.